Hello, I'm going to take up a grammar topic today. It's one of my favorites simply because it's very interesting. Adjectives. So what I'm going to do today is first explain the concept and also certain other words which we don't think are adjectives but are used as adjectives, such as other parts of speech like nouns and verbs. I'm also going to discuss the exceptions to the rules. Some use different kind of usages, and then I'm going to especially take up certain such areas from wherein errors are created by examiners and very difficult to detect by students. So these are going to be certain aspects of my lesson today. Let us first understand what an adjective is. An adjective is very simply a describing word or a word, group of words also, that give us some more information about a noun. Now, I say noun, but I also mean pronoun because technically noun and pronoun are the same thing. They're different words for the same person. Say, for example, I say Rajni is in the market, so she is buying some potatoes. So Rajni and she are the same person. Therefore, I say noun and pronoun. It applies to both. First, let's understand why do we need adjectives. We need adjectives because just by making use of objects does not tell us what type of object it is or what sort of a person she is or he is. Example, I say this is a table, but it doesn't tell me what type of table am I talking about. So it could be a big table, a small table, round table, wooden table, metallic table. So making use of certain such words that describe that particular object tells us exactly what sort of a thing am I talking about. So that basically is the definition of an adjective. And now the next question is where to make use of the adjective. Shall I make use of it before the word it qualifies or after the word it qualifies? So my answer is either place. If I say Mohan is a hardworking boy, so the word hardworking has come before the word boy, which it qualifies. So when I make use of an adjective before the word it modifies, then I say it has been used attributively. Attributively. But if I say that Mohan is hardworking, this is also a correct usage, and I have made use of this word hardworking, which is an adjective, after the noun Mohan, right? So I say that this usage is a predicative one. So when I use it after the noun it qualifies, the noun has, the adjective has been used predicatively. Now the next question that arises is that how many adjectives can I use to modify one noun? My answer is a number of them. So many adjectives can be used to modify one noun, or rather, to put it more emphatically, the same noun. So I can say this is an old dilapidated house. So I'm making use of two adjectives. I can make use of more than two adjectives also. Hannah is pretty, cute and hardworking. So I can make use of three adjectives also. I can make use of number of adjectives also. Let's look at this one. The house is old, dilapidated, dismal and gloomy. So I've made use of four adjectives to modify the same noun. Now the next question is, do I have to make use of the same type of adjective to modify a noun? Well, no, I can make use of different types of adjectives, like an adjective of quality, which tells me what kind. I can make use of an adjective of number. I can make use of a noun as an adjective. So I can make use of different types of adjectives to modify the same noun. I'll just give a small example as of now. This is an old metallic frame. So the word old is an adjective of quality, whereas the word metallic, or simply put just metal, this is a metal frame, is actually a noun which has been used as an adjective. So I can make use of different types of adjectives to modify the same noun. And now I'm going to take up types of adjectives. So there are different types of adjectives, and the first one that I'm going to discuss is the adjective of quality. So what does an adjective of quality do? An adjective of quality tells us what kind or what type. What type of a house is this? This is a big house or a huge house. This is a large house. He is a hard-working boy. She is a tall girl. He is very strong. Or the girl is very honest. So all of these words, there are many more of course, there are just few examples, tell us what kind of a noun is that. Some adjectives are dependent upon the type of noun that they are modifying. Let me quickly revise the two main categories of nouns, that is countable nouns and non-countable nouns. Simply based on the division that if I can count a noun, it is countable, but if I can't count it, it is non-countable. So if I cannot count a noun, it cannot have a number, but it can definitely have some quantity. So if I have a non-countable noun, I make use of the words, that is the adjective of quantity. Let's look at this word, little. Little means less in quantity. Much. Much means more in quantity. For example, I say there is little water in the jug. I can say there is little, which means some tea in the teapot. I can also say there is much water in the jug, meaning to say that the quantity is great. Now I can't make use of these words for a countable noun. For example, I can't say give me little pens. It's wrong to say. Or give me much sticks. It's wrong to say. There are some other words also which are used for expressing quantity. That is some, no, any, etc. Now the aspect which we need to understand is that these words such as some, any and no can also be used to modify countable nouns. For example, I can say give me some pens. I can say give me some water, give me some tea, but I can also say give me some pens. Or there are no boys in the class. Or even for this, any water, there isn't any water in the jug. So in the same way, there aren't any pencils in the case, that is pencil case. I can make such a usage for expressing countable nouns also. So I simply want to explain this, that adjectives of quantity do modify non-countable nouns. They modify all non-countable nouns, but there are some words that are common which can be used for both countable nouns as well as non-countable nouns, but they are referred to as the adjectives of quantity. The third category of adjectives are the adjectives of number. They tell us how many, and as I've just explained, they modify countable nouns. So words such as few, many, several. Say I say half a mango. I can't say half water, half tea. I can say half cup of tea, but it cannot modify the non-countable noun directly. Whole, I want to have the whole pizza. And all numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., ordinal numbers, cardinal numbers, they can all be used as adjectives of number. So, adjective of number modifies countable nouns. Some of the nouns, as I've explained earlier on, are common. For example, no, any, enough, sufficient, some, etc. So some of them are common. Depending upon which noun they qualify, can they be classified as adjectives of quantity or adjectives of number. The fourth type of adjective is the demonstrative adjective. The demonstrative adjective points out the person or thing. I'll just explain this. They also have a singular or plural form. Examples of this adjective are this, these, that, and those. And even though these words look very, very simple, they can be very tricky. It is the simple things in which errors can be hidden and not be found out that easily. So let us first understand how this adjective is used. If I say this table is bigger than that one, the word this is a singular demonstrative adjective. I can use this as a plural by saying these books are very useful. That girl is very enterprising, and those mangoes are ripe. The difference between this and that and these and those is that of the distance. So what is close to me in terms of space, because this is an adjective, or time, is expressed by the word this and these, and whatever is distant from me in terms of space or time is expressed by the word that or the word those. So these are the four words that are known as the demonstrative adjectives.